Let's record. Okay, fine. Now, so the concept we are going to study is recursion. I have written it there. You can see it. Recursion means simply when a function calls itself. जब function अपने आप को बुलाता है. So far, what we have studied is, or what we saw in previous lectures is that we had got a main function and then कुछ g b कुछ भी function होता है हो सकता है, and you gave it something, and from main you called g से call किया e को, e से किसी f को, f से वापस main को. It can take any order. We discussed that. Yeah. But today what we'll be discussing is a special concept in function that we call as recursion. Recursion simply means when a function calls itself, खुद को बुलाता है. Now the question arises, sir, what is the point of this recursion? Why a function should call itself? खुद ही को क्यों बुलाएगा? There is a very strong reason to this concept. And remember, one point about recursion is it's not good in terms of space and time. What I mean is it takes more time. If you use recursion, it will take more time, and uh, it will take more time. And then just a moment, I will just pause. I have got a call. One second, just a moment. Hello, can you hear me? सुन रहे हो आप लोग?
जी सर.
Okay, so I was talking about this concept recursion. That means when a function calls itself. Now the question is, sir, function खुद को क्या बुलाएगा? इसमें क्या फायदा है? ठीक है ना? But first, before that, I want to make a very quick point. That is, it's not recursion. It's neither good in terms of time nor space. मतलब memory भी ज़्यादा खाता है ये, और time भी ज़्यादा लेता है. Now the natural question that you might be asking is, अगर time भी ज़्यादा ले रहा है, it takes more RAM, more space. Then why we are going for this recursion? Why we go for this recursion is because at times we have no other choice than recursion. It is the natural choice. It seems to be the natural choice. I will give you some live examples. Not live, I mean, you can think of many examples, but because I cannot share the video with you, my video, because of connectivity issues and bandwidth issues. So the simple point to remember about recursion is because it is the only choice. Yeah, and it is the natural choice. You will feel that a function has to call itself. If I have to solve this problem that you have given me, आपको क्या लगेगा? ठीक है, मैं एक function लिखूंगा. I will put 3, 4, 5, 10 statements in it. I will give it a name. It will have some return type. Okay, and in between it will expect some parameters in those brackets that we saw, maybe, may not be, whatever. But I have to call this function again. Okay, that's a natural, and it's used very much, recursion. I guess in your syllabus also you have got those examples of sorting, in which we will, I don't know whether merge sort, other sort are there, maybe not, but still I will show you some examples of recursions. Fine. So recursion simply means when a function calls itself, and it is the natural choice. You cannot do away without recursion. You have to use recursion. There is no other choice you have in the matter. And now to start, I will write the code, and I will, let's suppose we talk about a problem that is, I mean, you are aware about this factorial of a number. In mathematics, you must have studied it. 5 factorial, 4, 6. You know, it's what is 5 factorial? It's 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 factorial. And we stop at 1 factorial because we know 1 factorial is 1. Or although you can even go to 0 factorial, which is also 1, but let's stop at 1 factorial because we know 1 factorial is 1. We stop there. We don't want to unnecessarily make it too complex or complicated for ourselves. Let's suppose what is 4 factorial? It's 4 into 3 factorial. Okay. What is 3 factorial? It is 3 into 2 factorial. Actually, I want to find the value of 4 factorial. मुझे चाहिए answer 4 factorial का. I know 4 factorial equates to 4 into 3 factorial. Okay. So my answer is basically 4 into 3 factorial, whatever value I get. But I cannot get this answer unless and until I don't know what is 3 factorial. So to get the answer of 4 factorial, which is equal to 4 into 3 factorial, I need 3 factorial. But what is 3 factorial? It's 3 into 2 factorial. So I cannot get 3 factorial unless I don't have 2 factorial. But what is 2 factorial? It's 2 into 1 factorial. So I cannot have 2 factorial unless and until I don't have the value of 1 factorial. But what is 1 factorial? It is 1. So this is a problem. It's a classical problem wherein we can use recursion. Okay, I will have a function performing the job of this, solving this factorial, but it will be calling itself. खुद ही को बुलाएगा. क्योंकि मुझे let's suppose मुझे क्या करना है, solve for factorial of 4. Okay, लेकिन 4 वो मुझे तब तक नहीं मिल सकता जब तक 3 factorial ना हो. 3 तब तक नहीं जब तक 2, जब तक कि नहीं 1, and I know I will stop at 1 because I know 1 is 1. So then it will backtrack. Basically, there are 2 things involved in recursion. Please keep your ears and mind, open and fully concentrated. Okay, there are 2 things involved in recursion. One is piling up. Piling होता है जमा. Up plates, you stack them up. एक प्लेट के ऊपर दूसरा रखा, फिर तीसरा, चौथा, पांचवा, छठा. Then there is unwinding. फिर एक प्लेट को आप हटा रहे हो. स्टैकिंग अप का मतलब क्या है? आपको चाहिए था 4 फैक्टोरियल, आपने रखा नीचे वाला प्लेट 4 फैक्टोरियल, लेकिन वो आपको तब तक नहीं मिलेगा जब तक कि क्या ऊपर कौन सा प्लेट चढ़ेगा 3 फैक्टोरियल का, उसके ऊपर 2, उसके ऊपर 1. अब जब 1 फैक्टोरियल 1 है तो ऊपर वाला प्लेट हटा, फिर दूसरा, फाइनली यू गेट 4 फैक्टोरियल. 2 steps involved. One is stacking up, that is piling, and then it's unwinding. Fine. And one more important point before I start with the code is that when you talk about this recursion concept, the very important point is because a function will be calling itself. Function खुद ही को बुलाएगा multiple times, maybe twice, thrice, 500 times. I don't know how many times it will be. It depends upon the problem. Okay. Function खुद को बुलाएगा. Every time it calls itself, जो भी इसके अपने वेरिएबल्स है जो हमने डिस्कस किया है, व्हाट वी टॉक अबाउट द लोकल वेरिएबल्स, उनकी नई कॉपी बनती जाएगी. फ्रेश कॉपी विल गेट क्रिएटेड. आई एम रिपीटिंग माय वर्ड्स, दीज आर रियली इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म्स व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग यू. प्लीज कीप देम इन योर माइंड. अगर इफ यू आर नॉट गेटिंग माय पॉइंट, प्लीज लेट मी नो नाउ. ओके, जब भी आप फंक्शन को बुलाओगे, जितनी भी बार आप उसको बुलाओगे, एवरी टाइम जो भी उसके लोकल वेरिएबल्स है, int x, floor y, char z, व्हाटएवर इट इज, उनकी फ्रेश कॉपी बनती जाएगी. मतलब let's suppose I have got a function inside which there is written int x. Let's suppose only int x. अब मैंने इसी फंक्शन को 4 बार बुलाया तो x की अलग-अलग 4 कॉपीज बनेंगी, separate addresses in RAM for only automatic variables. Okay, because by default if I write int x, I have already told you it's automatic and it's signed and it's automatic and signed. Is it clear? I'm repeating my words. जितनी भी बार आप फंक्शन को बुलाओगे in recursion खुद ही, the function calling itself, हर बार इसके automatic variable जो भी हो, int x, float y, char z, उनकी नई कॉपी बनेगी. Basically what I mean, they will be created again and again with different addresses. वो x different, ये x different, उसका different address, इसका different address. ठीक है ना? हाँ, then the same concept goes when the one function finishes, because the function is calling itself, तो उसकी copies सारी deallocation हो जाएगी, खत्म. Then next one. Okay, it will get more clear with the code, and then finally, after writing the code, I will show you diagrammatically. I will open Paint, draw karunga. I will make you explain the concept. But please be glued to the screen. Just try to understand what I'm writing. The problem is we need to find the factorial of a number. All of you are aware now with the factorial.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, I have already told you what the concept is. Factorial, we have to calculate, and it will involve recursion, function calling itself. Okay, na? Is it clear? So I have to write what? Okay, so I will write main and I will see, once you run this program, I want what? Printf. ध्यान से देखना how I code. This is how we have to code as well. Enter the number whose factorial you want. सबसे पहली लाइन स्क्रीन पे फिर यही आएगी, यही आपको चाहिए ना. उसके बाद you have to take input through the screen. For that you need which function? Scanf. You will supply any value. Let's suppose 4 का factorial चाहिए, and it is integer, so it will be %d, and let's keep it at the address of num. Okay, so at the top I will write int num. Is it clear so far? So far so good. Fine. So अब 4 आपने keyboard के through supply, that will get stored in num at the address of num. Now you know what you have to do. साइड पे एक वो डब्बा बनाओगे, नीचे लिखोगे NUM, उसको कुछ एड्रेस दे दोगे 30, 40, 60. Right now whatever you values you supply, let's suppose I want to calculate factorial of 4, तो 4 चला जाएगा उस डब्बे के अंदर. What we have already explained in the past. Fine. Now the real fun begins. Now we will be employing recursion. Recursion simply means function खुद को बुलाता है. ठीक है ना? So we have to create a function. Okay. And what should that function return? Function का काम क्या? It should return the factorial of a number. In case of 4, it's 24 value. That's an integer value. So what I do is I will come out of this function main for the time being. Let me keep it here, and I will write and it should return an integer. It should return, so I will write int. Let's name it fact best because its job is to return factor. I have named it fact. And what it will take? It will take an integer number and calculate its factorial. Yeah. So let's suppose it will take an integer number x. ठीक है ना? ठीक है. वही जो num में मैं store करूँगा. You can even give it num, but it's always better to give a value x. ठीक है. So its job is to return factorial. ठीक है ना? I have named the function fact. Its return type is int. मतलब काम करने के बाद 24 value int. And it takes the number 4, 5 जिसका factorial calculate करना है. ठीक है. So what it has to do? We have to employ recursion here. The function calling itself, fact calling fact. अब आपको पता है 4 का है 4 into 3. 3 का है 3 into 2. मतलब number into number minus 1 का fact. Fine. So if the user supplies, let's suppose 1. I'm repeating my words. If the user supplies 1, what is the factorial of 1? It's only 1. We don't need to calculate anything. We don't need to go for recursion. You're getting my point? So I will write an if clause. If x contains 1, double equal. अगर जो user ने value supply की वो क्या है? 1. Simply return 1. I don't have to do anything because the factorial of 1 is 1. वरना else क्या करना है? अगर user ने 2, 3, 4, else you have to go for recursion. Fine? Else you have to write return. एक तो fact. See, understand what I am doing. Sorry. एक तो return x. X is, let's suppose user enters 4. So I have to return 4 into 3 factorial. That is 4 multiplied by fact of 4 minus 1. Is it clear, this statement? This is recursion. Is it clear to everyone? See, if the user inputs 1, that means the x is 1, return 1 because factorial of 1 is 1. I don't need to do anything fancy. I don't need to go for recursion because factorial of 1 is 1. I'm at the bottom level. हाँ, अगर यूजर ने 2 भी एंटर किया तो रिटर्न क्या करो? x, that is 2 multiplied by fact of 2 minus 1, that is 2 multiplied by fact of 1. So this statement, that is 2 multiplied by fact of 1, ये आपको तब तक it will get pushed onto the RAM, onto the stack. जो मैं वही कह रहा था अभी, piling up, because I need to calculate factorial of 2. So what will this function return? 2 multiplied by fact of 1. So I cannot get factorial of 2 unless I don't get the factorial of 1. So this is 2 into fact of 1. This is recursion. तो fact 1 होगा call with the value of x being 1. तो यहाँ पे x की नई कॉपी बनेगी, उसका वैल्यू क्या मिलेगा? 1. क्या x है equal to 1? हाँ, return 1. अभी return किसको 1 करेगा? From where it was called, that is this point, fact of x minus 1. तो वो 1 multiplied by 2 हो जाएगा 2, and it will return to this point from where it was called. So I write it here for your understanding. यहाँ पे आपको clear हो जाएगा. And here I will call the function fact, and I will pass num. Fine. Num is whatever you enter through the keyboard, and that will get stored into this. And it's always a safe practice to put the prototype at the top. It's always safe. Okay, like this. In fact, you can even remove x here. इतना भी लिख दोगे तो वो भी काफी. ये भी लिख दोगे, it doesn't matter. So what I am doing in this statement, I am writing printf factorial of number is, I am calling the function here fact. I am calling fact here. Fine. And I am passing what? Num, whatever user inputs through the keyboard. Let's suppose 2 का factorial calculator. वो 2 किस में store हो जाएगा? X में. So x contains 2 if you supply 2. Fine. So if x equal to 1, no, x is 2. Control will go to else. It will return what? It will return here what? It will return 2 multiplied by fact of 1. Okay. So this is recursion. Fact calling fact, because I cannot get fact of 2 unless and until I don't get fact of 1. So again fact is being called but with the value 1. So this x will now contain what? 1 ये वाला x, okay, it's separate from this x containing 2, okay, then x equal to 1, it will return 1. किसको return करेगा? From where it was called, that is this point, ये यहाँ पे, so फिर 2 multiplied by 1 हो जाएगा 2. ये return किसको करेगा? ये इसको return करेगा. You will get the value. Am I clear to everyone? I will draw it diagrammatically in the paint, but I hope I have made it clear. मुझे नहीं लगता है इससे ज़्यादा clear explanation you can get. This is the most clear and concise explanation I have given. Just let me know if you have got any questions. Otherwise, I will draw it diagrammatically.
सर जो ये वाला आपने किया ना वो तीसरा प्रिंट एफ फैक्टोरियल ऑफ नंबर इज
हाँ.
परसेंटेज, सर ये वाला मुझे और समझाए, कॉलिंग फैक्ट वाला.
It is simple. I mean, printf आप क्या लिख रहे हो? Main में आप लिख रहे हो factorial of a number. You are simply calling fact function and passing it num. Num is the value that you are supplying through keyboard. ठीक है ना? And this is the fact definition, function definition. ठीक है? आप इसको बोल रहे हो factorial of a number. ये काम करके आपको देगा. This function will perform the job of returning factorial. ठीक है? Here you are simply calling it. Factorial of a number is percentage. Simply call fact, pass it the value. Fine, and it should get its job done. That's why one of the things when we talk about functions is functions mein we don't care about how a job is done. We just care about that a job should be done. That's it. We don't exactly care how it is being done. इसलिए मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, मैंने किसी ने function लिख दिया fact का, मैं खाली लिख रहा हूँ factorial of a number is percentage fact को बुला के वो value pass कर रहा हूँ. That's it. Okay, simple. I mean, you are just calling the function and passing the value num. ठीक है? Then the
Yes.
job of performing calculating factorial is taken up by the function fact. Is it clear? But is this
Yes.
recursion concept clear to everyone? Remember, every new invocation will create a fresh copy. Let's suppose आप calculate करना चाहते हो factorial of 4, तो num की value आपने क्या दी? 4. तो x में क्या चला जाएगा? 4. क्या 4 x से बराबर 1 नहीं? Control जाएगा else में. It will return 4 into fact of 3. Recursion. X being created again with the value 3. फिर क्या? Else में जाएगा और it will do 3 into fact of 2. Again recursion. 2 into fact of 1. फिर वो return होता जाएगा. Piling up and unwinding, fresh copy being created. Let's run it and let's try to understand how it works. So we got some errors. Let's try to figure it out what errors we have. It's saying, oh, there are so many errors. Errors kya hai? Return. It's saying hash include. Oh, at the top we have written this recursion. Okay. So, okay, fine. Let's run it again. Okay, see, it's asking me enter the number whose factorial you want. What should I supply? Let's suppose 4. It should give me the answer 24. Let's see whether it's working correctly or not. So it's giving factorial of number is 24. Let's run it again and check for maybe the value. Let's suppose 1. I enter the factor. It's only 1. It should give the answer of now. Fine. Let's run it again. And calculate for 5. For 5, the factorial should be how much? It should be 60, I guess. No, it should be 120. Is it clear to everyone? Am I clear to everyone? ठीक है ना? Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You know, let's keep me aside. Let me show you diagrammatically what is happening. But I need to take a. आप सब एक काम करो. What to do? I mean, I want to keep this code in front of you so that I can show you simultaneously. Okay, because you now have the overall picture of what is going on. So let me quickly shift and let me share this paint. See, now you have in mind exactly what we did, how recursion takes place. Okay, I'm repeating my word, what I said. Please remember, many a time there are certain classical problems. Sorting, जिसमें आपको recursion ही use, there is no other choice. Function has to call itself because the situation is like factorial में हमने, ठीक है ना? I can give one other problem in which you can also use it, but not perfect. That is calculating the what should I say? This exponentiation. Let's suppose you have to calculate 2 raised power 5. I can break it down into 2 into 2 raised power 4. 2 raised power 4 I can break into 2 into 2 raised power 3. 2 raised power 3 into 2 into 2 raised power 2. 2 raised power 2 into 2 raised power 1. And then 2 raised power 1 into 2 raised power 0. And I can stop at 2 raised power 0 because I know anything raised to power 0 is 1. Piling up and then unwinding. This is, you can also solve it through recursion. Although we can do it without recursion, but recursion में आसान हो जाएगा. Okay. Now let me quickly tell you what we did. So we calculated this. अगर आपको देखो, दिस इज योर रैम, ठीक है ना, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। जब वो फैक्टोरियल था ना, उसमें मैंने लिखा था इंटेक्स, लिखा था ना इंटेक्स, वी हैड इंटेक्स, फाइन। सो वहां से हम नम पास करे थे, NUM, दैट वाज गेटिंग स्टोर्ड इन x द फर्स्ट टाइम। लेट्स सपोज आपको नंबर चाहिए था, you wanted to calculate 4 factorial, so x initially contains what, 4. So what will happen, you have this stack, actually it creates a stack, ठीक है ना, ST, stack क्या होता है, stack of trays आप रखते हो ना cups एक के ऊपर, stack कहते हैं। RAM में भी एक ऐसा ही बनता है data structure stack. I don't want to get into the details of this because but point is just remember stack means जैसे आप cups रखते हो एक के ऊपर दूसरा, that's a stack of cups, ठीक है ना। तो RAM में भी एक stack data structure create होता है। जब आपने initially x की वैल्यू क्या दी, let's suppose 4, तो it will do what, 4 into 3 factorial. Is it clear? Am I clear with everyone? जवाब दो quick.
Yes, sir.
So 3 factorial, okay, but this is the function call recursion अभी जो किया, ठीक है ना, that means it was 4 into fact of 4 into, okay, let me
3.
just a moment, it was actually 4 into fact of what, it was 4 into fact of 3, यही था ना, let's suppose we take 4, कुछ भी ले लो आप, यही था ना, it returned this, so this is recursion, fact calling fact with the value of 3 now, okay, so this will get pushed onto this stack, वो इस cups का आप stack रखो, नीचे आप बनाओ 4, ये ध्यान से देखना what I am showing, this is really important, ये फिर समझ नहीं आएगा, 4 into, अब I'm not able to write it properly because if I have got stylus then I could have done a better job with writing, but neither my handwriting is good like that, nor like this, ठीक है ना, ऐसे भी मुझे लिखना नहीं आता है। So this will get pushed, actually I need this value, 4 into fact of 3, that will give me 60, so, no, 4 3s are 12, that will give me 24, okay, but I need this value, but I cannot get it unless I don't have fact of 3. So again, remember what is this, this is actually x, in this case was what, x had a value of 4, ठीक है ना, initially which address, ठीक है ना, let's suppose the address is 30, ठीक है, now I cannot get unless and I don't have a fact of 3. Now again 3 will be supplied to x, so this is new x now, remember different x's, x, अब इसकी value क्या है, 3, okay, let's suppose the address is 60, any address, but remember this x and this x is different, so I get what now, 3 into fact of 2, fine, so this will be pushed onto stack, okay, because it will be pushed on here, that is 3 into fact of 2, but I cannot get, this is again recursion, why, fact calling fact, so what is that, 2 into fact of 1, okay, now again the value 1 being passed, again recursion, so I will write it here, 2 into fact of 1, so 1 fact again gets called with a value of 1, again a fresh copy of this automatic variable x with the value 1 at some address, maybe 90, whatever address you want to give, these are all different copies, this copy different, this x different, this x. Now finally fact 1, I know I will stop because control will go to the if part, if value is 1 then return 1, okay, but that 1 will be returned where, let me change the color, so that 1 will be returned where, that 1 will be returned where, after this fact 1 it will be returned here, okay, it will be returned here because fact this will return 1, that means this value will be 1, okay, उसके बाद हो जाएगा 2 1s are 2, वो 2 किसको रिटर्न होगा, इसको, fact of 2 को, उसके बाद हो जाएगा 3 2s are 6, where will that get returned, इसको, उसके बाद 6 4s are 24, ये 24 किसको रिटर्न होगा, from where initially fact was called, वो वाली statement, printf the factorial of the number is %d fact of num जो main में डाली, and it will print the result. Is it clear to everyone? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think I have made it crystal clear, मुझे I mean very clear explanation I gave. Okay, but it's an important concept, so just keep in mind. Just a moment, just a moment, just hold on. So is it clear to everyone? Okay, so this is the concept of recursion. I strongly encourage all of you to solve or write the code of this calculating exponentiation using recursion. Okay, take it up as an example. And there is one more classical problem. If you know about Fibonacci series, you know about Fibonacci series, anyone? Fibonacci?
Yes, I do something in maths.
Fibonacci is where the next term is the sum of the previous two. It starts with maybe 0 or 1. Okay, 0 initially and 1. These two are fixed, 0 1. Okay, it's called as Fibonacci series, 0 1. Then what is 1 plus 0? It's 1. So next term will be 1. That means 0 1 1. What will be the next term? 1 plus 1. That is 2. After that 3. After that 5. Simply the next term is the sum of previous two terms. Okay, and the first two terms are 0 and 1 fixed. Okay, and you can employ recursion to calculate the Fibonacci of a number. Simply it will be a function named anything and it will return the sum of the previous two. Okay, and you can even do it using this array. That's just different, but just try it using this recursion. It's an exercise for you. So with this I close with, I will now quickly talk about arrays because I forgot to talk about arrays. Let me share the screen back as well. So this is the screen that you have in front of you. So I'm talking about arrays. Okay, so can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So arrays means nothing but a collection of data items of same type. Okay, so far what we have seen is integer, float, char. Okay, integer takes 4 bytes. Okay, on these machines. Float also takes 4, double takes 8, character only takes 1 byte. Array hota hai collection of maybe floats, maybe collection of ints, maybe collection of chars. Okay, or maybe collection of different things that we'll come to later in this course, structures. Okay, but simply put, array is a collection of data items of same type. This term same type is really important. Okay, very important. It's critical, pivotal to arrays. जब आप जमा करते हो data items of same type. Let's suppose I will tell you I have an array of books. मेरे पास I have got an array of books. उसका क्या मतलब है? मेरे पास books है same type की, या because books are all of the same. मैंने 10 books को जमा किया. ठीक है? That's an array of 10 books. ठीक है? But in this C programming we will say array of ints or an integer array. Okay? Array of floats or a float array. Array of characters or a char array. ठीक है ना? मिसाल के तौर पे मैंने 12 integers को इकट्ठे लाया, maybe 10, 5, 8 value, whatever. I will say it's an integer array of 10 values. Similarly, I got, let's suppose, 5 floating point values together, 4.5, 3.2, something. I will say I will put them in an array. I will say I have got an array of 5 floating point values, maybe characters, but we know characters are internally stored as integers. There's no difference, apart from the fact that it only takes 1 byte in RAM. Okay, so basically, to put it in simple terms, array agar aapse koi puche, you will say it's simply a collection of data of a similar data type, or it's a collection of items of same type, maybe int, maybe float. Okay, but you cannot have different, you cannot join an int and a float, okay, together. That's not possible. Then we'll come to that later on when we talk about structures, how we can have, just leave it for the time being. But my point is, it's simply a collection of data items of the same type, right? So how do we declare an array? Before I show you how the declaration takes place, how we work with an array, one quick point I want to make here is that indexing starts from 0. Please keep in mind when we talk about arrays, indexing starts from 0. Okay, not 1. It starts from 0. That means agar mere paas 5 integers hai, if I have an integer array of 5 elements, okay, we call them as elements as well. Agar mere paas hai 5 integers, I have got an integer array of 5 elements, maybe 3, 10 हो गए 2, 11, 3, 35, 4, 100, 5. Indexing will start from 0. Okay, it will go up to the total number of elements minus 1. That means it will go up to 4 in this case. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. मतलब total 5 elements थे, because indexing starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 तक आ गए 5. So let me quickly show you how we declare without wasting more time, because I guess we have got only 3 minutes. We might have to join again. Okay, so first let This is how you declare an array. It can be int, float, char, anything. वो आगे देख लेंगे. Integer. Let's suppose I name the array ABC. This is an integer array of 10 elements. Okay. Is it clear to everyone? Can everyone see? I have named this array as ABC. You can give any name, but then I have put the square brackets. These are not the curly brackets. These are the square brackets. And in between, I put a value. I put 10. You can give anything, 10, 20, 80, 90, whatever. This means the length. I'm repeating, it's the length. Okay. That means it's an integer array ABC of 10 elements. Okay. I already told you indexing starts from 0. So it will be ABC 0, ABC 1, ABC 2, so on up to ABC 9. In total, 10 elements you can store, 10 integer values you can store in this array. Okay. So how you, because see, the point about arrays you need to remember is how it gets represented in RAM, in your memory. It's contiguous allocation. I'm repeating here. It is contiguous allocation. उसका मतलब होता है, we know an integer takes 4 bytes. हमें पता है integer लेता है 4 byte. अब ये कितने integers है? इस integer array की length क्या है? It's 10. That means 4 into 10. That means 40 bytes will get allocated in RAM to this array named ABC, and it will be contiguous. ठीक है ना? Contiguous का मतलब होता है इकट्ठे. It cannot happen कि ये 40 bytes 20 उधर होंगे 10 इधर होंगे. No. इकट्ठे होंगे 40 bytes. Let's suppose the starting address is 20. Please listen to this carefully. This is very important. Extremely important. You should have you should have this clear concept of what is happening in the RAM. जिसको हम memory map भी कहते हैं. If this integer array is of length 10, I give the length.
Excuse me, sir.
हाँ बोल.
Sorry, sir. Please आप ये repeat कर सकते हैं ये वाली line क्योंकि हमारा disconnect हुआ था तो अब हमने वापस connect किया.
I guess there is no point in now repeating. First, let me wait because the function is the session is about to finish on less than a minute remaining. ठीक है. अब मैं और ये भेज दूंगा अभी नई link तो you will join again. Okay.
Okay, sir.